One of the main themes of this film is it can be so difficult to make that first step, but it's so beautiful if you choose yourself and really push forward and do something that's just for you. And I think that's something that everyone can relate to. And it can be something big or small. It doesn't have to be a marathon. A marathon is symbolic. It's always important to me to find some levity, even if we're doing something that has some dramatic elements. And Paul's writing is so funny and then heartfelt and breaks your heart at moments. It's all in there, and that's why I think it's exciting for people to go see this in the theater. It's unlike a lot of other things that have been out recently. It's very different. I think it makes you feel things. It'll make you laugh, it'll make you cry, and you'll walk away feeling something. And in a way, I do feel like Brittany is sort of like a superhero. So if that's your thing, I think you'll get some of what you like. It's a totally different take on a transformation story. Usually in those type of stories, you see a girl or a man who decides to lose weight and then their life is perfect and wonderful and roll credits. And I'm sort of tired of seeing that. You know, I want to see someone who goes through a lot of challenges, because I think that's the best thing, is you can be honest in films like this. It helps when young boys or young girls or women and men, grown-ups, are watching this and think, oh, this could be scary to take on. And if they see someone who does it like that, there's no relatability to that. I think you're going to laugh. I think you're going to cry. I think it's going to motivate you, hopefully, to do something that you've always wanted to try but been too afraid to. I'm having such a good time. My friends are here, family. I had people come in from out of town, so I'm really looking forward to seeing their reaction to the film.
We all have a marathon in us, and a marathon is not, you don't get to skip anything. You have to hit every single step on your way there. But that's the only way you really do the foundational change that needs to happen. And when you do that, when you hit every single step and every single milestone, then when you get to the other side of that, you really feel like you've accomplished something. I just think this is an inspiring movie, and whatever your marathon is. And I think we need that right now. I love this movie because I get to see people like really get rid of the comedic veil and do some serious stuff. On the other hand, it's so funny.
I'm super excited. I feel grateful to have been a part of it and to play with such amazing people on screen. Jillian and I mostly had our scenes together, and she's the funniest actor I've ever worked with. Gracious, kind, loving. To see it pay off in this way, to see the audiences react the way they are, to see people be moved and laugh and cry and to feel the same way with them is pretty cool. She's honest. She's an honest, kind woman, and she's an open, brave actor. And as a human being, she's lived a lot of what Brittany has gone through. She prepared tirelessly for the role, meticulously. She's the real deal, man. It's really messy in a human way. And it's reflected in the diversity of the people on screen, the diversity of the stories, and the genuine connection and honesty I think all of the performers brought, which is what makes it such a pleasure to be here.
It's been years and years and years, and I didn't anticipate for tonight to feel like anything really. I thought it was just going to be another screening where everyone comes together and watches it, but it really is a celebration, and it feels joyful and lovely and really great. I was living with my friend Brittany in our mid-20s, and we were trying to figure out what life was going to be for us as individuals and how we could have lives that we were proud of and could stand by and feel good about ourselves. And we saw that there were a lot of ways that we weren't living up to those future expectations for ourselves. And she decided to take control of her life and went for a run. And as she went for her run, I thought this could be a movie. And she kept going. The idea was we were going to take a bunch of comedic actors who are known for their comedy as sort of their signature, allow them to shine in the brilliant way that they do in that way, and deepen them and give them depth and pathos and other dimensions slowly over the course of the film. So we tease you in with the comedy, and then we keep you with the humanity. And everybody delivered, everybody showed up, and Jillian Bell exposed her heart and her soul in this movie, and it is so much stronger for it. The film has a lot of funny moments, but also we're exploring how comedy is a way to shield your pain and deflect vulnerability. And we wanted to tell a story where we have a character at the center who is fun and funny and is fine being humiliated and slowly starts to take herself seriously and have earnest desires in her life without losing the humor of the world and her own personal charisma. And so Jillian's comedy is both a source of comedy and a source of pain in this film. If you're coming to see this movie, the thing you should be looking for is you should look for an experience that's fun, funny, entertaining, provocative, inspiring, and ultimately, in the world we live in right now, just what you need.
I'm so proud of the movie, and I had such a good time making it, and it's been really fun to share it with the world in all these incremental ways. Jillian is not just the comedic core of the film, she is the emotional core of the film, and that was something that was very clear from the moment you walked on set. Her devotion and kindness and the tone that she set for everybody was, I mean, it was like a good disease. It got into all of us and infected us. And I think that's one of the reasons the movie is so successful was her devotion to it. I think so much of our lives is spent enacting out the role that other people have put us into. You know, you're this, you're that. And so we live out these patterns. And I think the movie is about, you know, I only have to answer to myself. I get to be exactly who I want. I don't have to keep doing these things that people expect of me. I can change. And I think that's something that everybody can connect to. I think we all feel stuck after a while and have the need to be, you know, the person that we know we are inside. When you see this movie, you will laugh your ass off. You'll snot rocket some tears. You'll turn to your best friend. You'll give them a hug. You'll go out afterwards. You'll hug some more. It's a really special movie, and you'll have a great time.
Jillian's amazing. I remember reading the project, and I was like, Jillian's in it. I want to be in it, because I was always a fan of hers. I feel like she just does this cool thing where she always keeps it real, but like it's very funny, but she's just still grounded. She seems like a real person. And I just feel like everyone can relate. There's always a character I think men, women, anyone can relate to in the movie. Lots of variety. So yeah, I think it's just a real story about someone trying to get their life together. I think audiences can expect to laugh and cry and have a good time. I certainly did. So I just want them to feel good after watching it.
It's really fun, really funny, really special and heartwarming and touching movie. Good story. Funny people. You know, I think it is a really joyful movie, and I think it's inspiring. And there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world right now. I don't know if you've noticed, but this movie is like an escape from that. So,
Paul Downs Colaizzo, the writer-director, is my best friend, and we were living together when I decided to go through a huge transformation, and it was the inspiration for the story of Brittany Runs a Marathon. So I lost 70 pounds. I started running my first run was 2 miles, and then I ended up running the marathon. And I ended up switching careers. I turned a lot of my life around, and it was a lot about, you know, just wanting more for myself. And running was sort of the first step towards getting more. I feel like I learn more about myself every time I see it. It's truly, obviously, incredibly surreal and vulnerable experience, but I think it's a really exciting thing to be doing right now, like being this sort of open and vulnerable, and it sort of inspires vulnerability in people that see it. People tend to get very confessional after they see it, and I love that it has that effect on people. Going through something like this and failing and stumbling and having setbacks and trying again is just all part of trying to start something for yourself, and failing doesn't mean that you're not good at something or not meant to do something. It's just part of the path to success, and I hope that sort of stays with people more.
That's